my persuasive speech for Comms 101. Today I want to bring to your attention the cultural issue of divorce that has ultimately dismantled countless families because men and women are unwilling to promote the values God has in this world. I really want to focus on this issue because I've seen what it does to families. One of my best friends went through a divorce, and the pain that she had to go through was enough to see that that's not what God has planned. Divorce is a result of self-seeking people that have allowed selfishness to corrupt what God values and what God desires life to be like as a family. Therefore, through biblical counseling, seminars, retreats, etc., marriages can be strengthened in order to live a life according to God's plan. I want to show you the validity of my thesis through breaking down the issue into 3 points. First, I will discuss how divorce is a result of selfishness. Second, how divorce corrupts God's value of family. And lastly, how I believe biblical counseling can help marriages push through issues in order to live in the way God has intended families to live. Selfishness is the main factor in divorce. Couples allow the temptation of worldly pleasures to interfere with their relationship. In 1 Corinthians 13, it says, "Love is kind, does not delight in evil, and is not self-seeking." So by embracing them, we dishonor not only our spouses, but in many ways, we also show the Lord that we dishonor His word. According to the top 10 reasons for divorce and marriage breakdowns, infidelity, or more commonly known as cheating, is at the top of the list. Therefore, nothing but selfishness is behind divorce. God values family and wants every person to experience the greatness of having a family. However, it is impossible for people to be able to experience that greatness if first they do not value family themselves. According to Matthew 19, God says, "Have you not read that He who created them from the beginning made them male and female, and said, Therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let not man separate." God clearly designed man and woman to become one flesh and continue as one flesh until death. This also shows that God values family, because if He created one man and one woman to be together, then He created also families to stay together forever. I believe divorce can be avoided through biblical counseling. It can provide a means of controlled communication which can enable a couple to properly talk through issues and overcome any obstacle with God's guidance. According to Marriage Ministries, it says, "Trying to heal a marriage in 1 hour with weekly marriage counseling sessions is ineffective because most issues can't be resolved in a 1-hour session. In 1-hour sessions, often by the time the couple gets to the root of an issue, time is run out. As a result, couples often end up opening old wounds and then leaving incomplete and discouraged and feeling more hopeless than ever. Yet over 87% of couples who attend our marriage renewal retreats and seminars leave recommitted to their marriages, including even those where there's been infidelity or separation. Without strong marriages, there cannot be strong families. People will not be able to live according to how God planned if they are divorced and have broken families. In conclusion, I want to bring back the issue of divorce and how it can be avoided if people will stop this selfishness that has seemed to overcome many people's lives. If people could just take the time to realize how important family is and recognize how much God values family, this world could be a much happier place. God wants us to be a part of strong families and even stronger marriages, so that we can live according to His plan and not our own. I believe through counseling, marriages can be strengthened and the trap of divorce can be escaped. Again, divorce is the result of self-seeking people that have allowed selfishness to corrupt what God values and what God desires life to be like as a family. Therefore, through biblical counseling, workshops, seminars, retreats, etc., marriages can be strengthened in order to live a life according to God's plan. I call you to address any couple who you know is struggling in their relationship or marriage and offer the best help you can by making them aware of the help they can receive through biblical counseling. Lastly, I want to refocus you and say God's value of family is important. So we must put forth every effort to keep families together so that they can experience the life God has for them.